Hi. Okay, so the question is, if you ask your guides to remove implants and you figure that this doesn't seem to be working, well, it's more complicated than that, okay? So I'll just give you my own personal experience. And that is that my guides calibrate lower than I do on the scale of consciousness. At least they did. And your guides basically have got control over you. They've got control over your body. They've got control over your mind, even your ability to comprehend. They can. It's like they've got a video game console, and you're hooked up to it. And as far as you go as a human, I'm sorry to tell you, but they've got full control over you. And, what happens is, at least in my experience, you just have to go and sometimes hide right here in your sacred heart. And, if you're in the middle of something that's horrible, that's what you do. And there's nothing else you can do. Basically, what you do is you're holding your own light and, asking for angels and things to go and help you. In my experience, what happens is I can't even draw a thought when these things happen. It just basically blanks out your mind, and you don't have the ability to talk. You don't have the ability to think. All you are is sort of right here in your heart. You're just aware, and you can hear them talking, and, sometimes they'll give you words to say. Now, what it all means is that your guides are not ascended masters by any stretch of the imagination. Your guides are at various levels of consciousness. And basically what your job is, it's an internal job. And you're basically teaching your guides how to be higher consciousness beings. And basically what it means is that you're going to go through a long process of just being with the guides, and the guides will basically bring you through your life, and how they bring it through is how it's going to be. You have no free will when it comes to this. The only thing you do is you just be moment to moment and see what happens. And what happens with me is that my guides gain consciousness. They become more conscious, and it's a long process. Depending on how many guides you have, they all need to be brought up in consciousness. And, that's basically my experience. It does happen. And it may be that some people can help you get your guides up in vibration. That's basically what I'm going to tell you. So, this is my experience, and, it works, but you will find that, life is no longer what it used to be. And, for me, calling on angels and things to come in and help, maybe it'll work for you, but for me, it doesn't change anything. This is part of your job. Being a light worker is being a light worker, and it's not just other humans that we're helping. It's your guides. Your guides need your help. And the way it happens, as I explained, is that you just have to be inside of you. If it happens and you lose your abilities, you won't die, okay? I am not dead. I am still me. But this is really internal work. This is internal work, and, you're just going to have to see. But, I'm not sure why an energy transfer reset would trigger this, other than maybe it was your soul plan. And, I don't remember what my soul plan was. And, maybe some of you got some ideas, but, if this is happening to you, it's part of your soul plan, and, you're going to go through it, and it's something completely different. And, what it might do is it might, a lot of your ideas about that you get from religion especially are going to be, well, for me, I don't say that I've thrown away the idea that there's benevolent beings, because, I'm a benevolent being, so, I'm still around. And, it's internal work. You're going to have to go through it. And I'm sorry, it is a difficult thing to be shown that you are basically being run around like you are a puppet or a muppet or something. And that's my experience. And if it's helpful for you, if you can understand it, then I hope that this video has been useful for you. If you can't understand, you think I'm nuts, well, you're not the first person. But anyway, just be a light worker, and, when you go through it all, know that I've already done it, and I'm still doing it, okay? It's the healing journey never ends, is something that one of my teachers said, and it's true, it's not like, somebody said that I'm already fifth dimensional. It doesn't feel different to me. I'm around a lot of people that are 3D, and they are, there's so few people that are even halfway awake. It's, it's kind of a shock, because we think that things are progressing, but, in my town, I don't see it. And, it just means you just redouble your efforts and, keep going. Don't lose heart. But, I have been afflicted by horrible. But, it's part of your process. You can ask me more questions, but I can't really give you anything more than this. At some point, your guides might explain this, or they might be snarky and not. But in the end, you are a light worker, and this is your job.